Welcome to my channel, Coin Lovers. If you're passionate about rare and beautiful coins from around the world, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Australian 50-cent coins from 2006, 2014, 2016, and 2018. Each of these coins has its own story, design, and collector's value. So, stay tuned till the end to find out which one might be hiding some serious value in your collection. Let's start with the 2006 Australian 50-cent coin. The 50-cent coin has always been one of the most recognizable Australian coins due to its distinctive dodecagonal shape, which means it has 12 sides. This shape immediately sets it apart from the rounded coins of many other countries. The size, weight, and design of the coin make it both practical for use and significant in meaning. In 2006, this coin continued to carry the proud image of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side, a constant feature in Australian currency since decimalisation in 1966. The obverse portrait of the Queen on this coin was designed by Ian Rank Broadley, one of the most respected coin engravers of modern times. His initials, IRB, can be seen below the Queen's neck on the coin, marking his signature style that emphasizes realism and maturity in the Queen's features. The portrait shows Queen Elizabeth II facing right, wearing the Queen Mary State diadem, which is a crown decorated with jewels and floral symbols representing England, Scotland, and Ireland. This diadem is commonly worn by the Queen on state occasions and has been a signature part of her image on coins across the Commonwealth. The realistic design by Rank Broadley brought out fine details of her face, hair, and crown, making the 2006 Australian 50-cent coin one of the more refined and regal representations of the Queen. Around the portrait are the words, Elizabeth Australia 2006. This inscription clearly marks the issuing authority and the year of minting. The lettering is neat and sharp, designed to maintain its clarity even after years of circulation. On the reverse side of the coin lies one of Australia's most iconic national symbols, the Commonwealth coat of arms. This design was created by Stuart Devlin, who served as the Royal Australian Mint's official coin designer. Devlin's work has become legendary among numismatists for his ability, progress, and the nation's forward-looking spirit. Neither of these animals can move backward easily, making them perfect symbols for a country that always advances. The shield in the center displays the badges of the 6 Australian states. Each state's emblem is placed within its own section of the shield, signifying unity among diversity. Above the shield rests a 7-pointed Commonwealth star, representing the 6 states and the territories of Australia. Below the shield is a decorative scroll bearing the word Australia. The detail in the coat of arms is extraordinary, especially considering the small size of the coin. Devlin managed to capture textures, proportions, and symbols in a balanced and visually powerful way. The reverse design has remained unchanged for decades because it perfectly embodies the national identity of Australia. The coin's technical specifications are equally interesting. It is made of cupronickel, which means the edges of the coin are the 50-cent coin not only functional, but also a small masterpiece of design and engineering. Those rare but do exist, and they often sell for many times their face value among collectors who specialize in Australian coin varieties. It's also important to consider the broader context of Australian coinage during 2006. This was a period when the Royal Australian Mint continued to issue commemorative coins Y currency, standing as a bridge between tradition and modern minting practices. 80% silver and 20% copper. However, due to the rising value of silver, the government discontinued the silver 50 cent after just 1 year of production. In 1969, the coin was reintroduced in cupronickel with its distinctive 12-sided shape to prevent E in the nation's monetary system. The Royal Australian Mint's craftsmanship ensures that every detail, from the Queen's portrait to the fine lines of the coat of arms, is sharp and consistent. Each coin goes through multiple quality checks before entering circulation. This precision reflects the high standards of Australian minting, which is respected worldwide. Collectors often describe the 2006 Australian 50 cent as a coin of elegance and strength. Its metallic sheen, geometric shape, and balanced design make it pleasing to the eye and satisfying to hold. When viewed under light, the reflective surface highlights the intricate details of the Queen's crown and the textures within the coat of arms. The durability of the coin means that even after years of use, many 2006 coins still retain a good level of detail. For coin enthusiasts, examining such details with a magnifying lens can be a rewarding experience, revealing fine engravings and artistic precision. One of the fascinating aspects of coin collecting is how ordinary objects like the 2006 50-cent coin they see more than metal. They see a snapshot of Australian life in the mid-2000s. It was a time of national stability, royal continuity, and strong symbolism through traditional designs. Many Australians have fond memories of using 50-cent coins in everyday transactions, buying snacks, paying for public transport, or collecting them for special purposes. The coin's large size and issue represents an interesting year of balance between circulation and collector interest. It's a coin that doesn't scream rarity but whispers consistency, beauty, and craftsmanship. When held under good lighting, the bright silvery glow of the cupronickel composition brings out the high level of polish from the mint. The edges of the coin reflect light differently depending on angle, creating a subtle play of shadow and brightness that enhances its aesthetic appeal. Another fascinating element is the meaning behind the coat of arms. Each part of the design has a symbolic link to Australia's heritage. The 6 sections of the shield represent New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, and Tasmania. The symbols within these sections, such as the Cross of St. George, the lion, the wheat sheaves, and the swan, are deeply connected to the identity and history of each state. Above them, the Commonwealth Star unites all states under one federal system. Surrounding the entire shield, the kangaroo and emu serve as guardians of national progress. Together, they represent the balance of tradition, nature, and unity that defines Australia as a nation. The 2006 Australian 50 carried it proudly, packaged for distribution. This meticulous process ensures that every coin leaving the Royal Australian Mint meets strict standards for weight, diameter, and design clarity. From a collector's viewpoint, the 2006 Australian 50-cent coin can be found in different grades depending on its condition. Circulated coins usually show signs of wear, such as small scratches or dulling of the surface. Uncirculated coins, however, retain their original luster and sharpness. Proof versions, with their mirror-like finish and frosted details, are the highest quality and most prized among collectors. The proof sets released by the Royal Australian Mint often include the 2006 50-cent coin along with other denominations, presented in elegant cases with certificates of authenticity. Next up, the 2014 Australian 50-cent coin. The 2014 Australia 50-cent coin is one of the fascinating pieces of modern Australian currency that combines historical symbolism, cultural identity, and unique minting precision. This coin, issued by the Royal Australian Mint, reflects not only the country's monetary system, but also its national pride and craftsmanship. The 50-cent coin in Australia has been a key part of the decimal coinage system since 1966, and over the years, different designs and commemorations have appeared on it. The 2014 issue continues that legacy with a standard dodecagonal or 12-sided shape, a hallmark that makes it distinct and easily recognizable among Australian coins. The obverse side of the 2014 Australian 50-cent coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait has been used on Australian coins since 1999 and remains one of the most detailed representations of the Queen, showing her wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The inscriptions around the effigy include Elizabeth II and Australia 2014, signifying the monarch's identity and the country of issue along with the year of minting. The design's simplicity and elegance reflect the respect and tradition Australia maintains towards the British monarchy, as Queen Elizabeth II was still the reigning monarch at that time. The obverse surface of the coin has a smooth finish with fine detailing that represents the superior craftsmanship of the Royal Australian Mint. On the reverse side, the coin displays the Australian coat of arms, a national emblem that includes a shield supported by a kangaroo and an emu, both native animals of Australia. The shield itself contains symbols representing the 6 Australian states: New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, and Tasmania. Above the shield sits a 7-pointed Commonwealth Star, also known as a Federation Star, representing the unity of the states and territories of Australia. Beneath the coat of arms is a denomination value 50, which indicates the coin's face value of 50 cents. This design, originally created by Stuart Devlin, has been a long-standing and iconic image on the 50-cent coin, symbolizing Australia's unity and identity through its national symbols. The 2014 50-cent coin is made from cupronickel, a durable alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel. The coin weighs 15.55 grams and measures 31.51 millimeters in diameter, with a thickness of approximately 2.8 millimeters. Its 12-sided shape is unique among most world coins, giving it a distinctive feel and look. The edge of the coin is plain, which differentiates it from other denominations that may have reeded or milled edges. The Royal Australian Mint ensures high-quality production standards, so each coin is carefully struck to maintain precise detail and finish, making it not only suitable for circulation, but also of interest to collectors who value clarity and craftsmanship. In 2014, the 50-cent coin was issued as part of the regular circulating currency, meaning millions were produced for everyday use. However, there were also special mint sets and uncirculated versions released for collectors. These collector-grade coins are usually of higher quality with sharper details and a more reflective surface, often called brilliant uncirculated. Some proof versions were also made, featuring mirror-like backgrounds and frosted designs, which are highly sought after by numismatists. The mint mark for the standard issue coins is absent, as they are part of the general circulation, but coins struck in sets from the Royal Australian Mint carry exceptional finish and are packaged for presentation. The face value of the coin is 50 Australian cents, but its collectible value can vary depending on condition, demand, and rarity. Circulated examples typically hold face value, but coins in uncirculated or proof condition, particularly those from mint sets, can be worth a few dollars depending on market trends. Some collectors also value coins with specific minting errors, such as off-center strikes or die cracks, which can make the coin rare and more valuable. The 2014 issue does not have any widely reported major minting errors, making it more of a common year coin, but it still represents an important part of the annual minting series. From a historical perspective, the 50-cent coin replaced the round 50-cent coin in 1969 due to the high silver content of the earlier version, which made it worth more in metal value than its face value. The switch to cupronickel maintained the coin's utility while preserving its iconic size and design. The 2014 version continues this legacy, symbolizing decades of Australian numismatic heritage. The design by Stuart Devlin remains timeless and continues to be appreciated by collectors worldwide for its national symbolism and artistry. Devlin, who was appointed goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen, created designs that combine modern style with traditional Australian themes, and his influence continues to define Australian coinage. For coin collectors, the 2014 Australia 50-cent coin represents an accessible yet meaningful piece to own. It is not a rare coin, but it carries cultural and historical importance. Many collectors appreciate coins like this for completing date runs of the Australian decimal series. Its bright metallic sheen, precise detailing, and connection to Australia's national symbols make it a beautiful and educational coin to study and display. The Royal Australian Mint's consistent quality ensures that even regular circulation coins maintain sharp details, from the Queen's portrait on the obverse to the kangaroo and emu on the reverse. In general circulation, the 50-cent coin remains one of the most recognized and useful denominations in Australia. It is used frequently in daily transactions and is also a common coin to receive as change. Its large size and distinctive 12-sided shape make it easy to identify by touch, which adds practical value for users. Despite its size, it remains popular due to its traditional design and representation of national pride. Over the years, special commemorative 50-cent coins have also been issued to mark significant events, but the 2014 standard version retains a traditional coat of arms design. The coin's aesthetic appeal also lies in its metallic shine and symmetry. The 12 edges not only make the coin visually distinct, but also symbolize balance and completeness. This geometric design has become a signature element of Australian 50-cent coins and contributes to their collectible charm. Whether in circulation or preserved in a collector's album, the 2014 Australia 50-cent coin embodies Australian history, identity, and art in metal form. It serves as a tangible link to the country's heritage, carrying both economic and cultural significance. In summary, the 2014 Australian 50-cent coin is a remarkable blend of tradition, national symbolism, and spirit. Made of cupronickel with a unique 12-sided shape, it stands out among world coins for its design and historical consistency. Whether used in everyday transactions or treasured in a collector's album, this coin continues to represent Australia's story, one of unity, heritage, and enduring pride. It is more than just a piece of currency. It is a miniature artwork that connects past and present generations through the lasting beauty of coinage. Moving on to the 2016 Australian 50-cent coin. The 2016 Australian 50-cent coin is a remarkable piece of modern numismatic art and national symbolism that captures both the rich history and evolving identity of Australia. This coin, minted by the Royal Australian Mint, represents more than just currency. It is a reflection of national pride, artistry, and the story of a nation that values both its heritage and its progress. The standard 50-cent coin from Australia, including the 2016 issue, is a dodecagonal, 12-sided coin made from copper nickel, a durable and attractive alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs 15.55 grams with a diameter of 31.51 millimeters, making it one of the largest circulating coins in Australian currency by size. Its unique shape and substantial feel make it instantly recognizable in the hands of Australians and collectors around the world. On the obverse side of the 2016 Australian 50-cent coin, one finds a portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the British sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. This effigy was introduced in 1998 and used on Australian coins until 2019. The Queen is depicted facing to the right, wearing the royal crown and looking dignified, a symbol of her long reign as the head of the Commonwealth. Around the portrait, the inscriptions read, Elizabeth II and Australia 2016, marking both the issuing country and the year of minting. The detail in the design reflects a commitment to fine engraving and respect for the monarchy, which continues to be featured on Australian coins as a connection to the Commonwealth and the country's constitutional monarchy. The reverse side of the coin features the Australian coat of arms, which has appeared on the 50-cent coin since 1966. The design was created by Stuart Devlin, the renowned artist responsible for many of Australia's coin designs. At the center of the coat of arms sits a shield, divided into 6 sections representing the 6 states of Australia: New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, and Tasmania. Each section bears a symbol of that state, such as the cross of St. George or the lion for New South Wales and the piping shrike for South Australia. Supporting the shield are 2 of Australia's most iconic animals, the kangaroo on the left and the emu on the right. These creatures were chosen because they are native to Australia and, symbolically, because neither can easily move backward, representing progress and forward motion. Above the shield sits the 7-pointed Commonwealth star, 1 point for each of the 6 states, and 1 representing the territories. Below the shield, a decorative wreath completes the design, adding balance and traditional heraldic beauty to the composition. The 2016 issue of the 50-cent coin was struck for general circulation, but was also released in a number of special sets for collectors, including mint sets and proof sets. The Royal Australian Mint is known for precision and attention to detail, ensuring that even coins events, such as the 50th anniversary of decimal currency, but the regular 2016 50-cent coin maintained the traditional coat of arms design. The copper-nickel composition of the coin gives it both strength and a silvery appearance that collectors appreciate, as it stands out from the round coins of most other nations. The edges of the coin are plain, not milled, adding to its simple but elegant design language. From a collector's point of view, the 2016 Australian 50-cent coin is a common but significant issue. Circulated examples are easily found and generally have little numismatic premium beyond their face value, unless they are in exceptional uncirculated condition or part of a special release. However, for those interested in building a complete collection of Australian coins by date, the 2016 issue is an essential inclusion. Collectors also value this coin for its craftsmanship and the national symbols it represents. In uncirculated or proof condition, especially in original packaging from the Royal Australian Mint, The coin can hold additional value to enthusiasts who appreciate the pristine surfaces and sharp details of such examples. Australia's 50-cent coin has long served as a cultural icon, featuring on designs that commemorate historical milestones, royal anniversaries, and national achievements. While the 2016 version retains a standard design, it continues to embody the enduring values of strength, unity, and progress. Every element of its design, from the regal image of the Queen to the proud emblems of the nation, tells a story about Australia's identity as a modern Commonwealth nation rooted in its history, but always moving forward. The year 2016 itself was significant for Australian coinage, as it marked 50 years since the introduction of the decimal system in 1966, when Australia transitioned from pounds, shillings, and pence to the modern dollar and cent system. Though the regular 50-cent coin did not change its design that year, the anniversary gave new meaning to its continued presence. The coat of arms, a symbol of national unity, stood as a reminder how the coin has remained constant through decades of social, political, and economic change. The Royal Australian Mint celebrated this milestone by producing various commemorative coins, but the enduring 50-cent piece served as a familiar link between the past and present. In terms of circulation, the 2016 50-cent coin continues to be used widely throughout Australia. Despite its large size, Australians recognize it instantly and use it regularly for everyday transactions. It remains the highest value coin in regular use in Australian currency, as the $1 and $2 coins, though of higher value, are smaller in size. Its continued use reflects both practicality and tradition, and for many Australians, it carries nostalgic significance as part of their daily lives since childhood. The coin also holds educational value, as it introduces younger generations to symbols of Australian heritage. Teachers, historians, and parents often use the coin's design to explain the meaning of the coat of arms and the significance of each element. In this way, the 2016 Australian 50-cent coin is more than a piece of metal. It is a small lesson in national identity, encapsulating centuries of history, culture, and pride in a single, easily recognizable object. For international collectors, the Australian 50-cent coin is highly desirable because of its distinctive 12-sided shape, impressive size, and the high-quality minting standards of the Royal Australian Mint. The 2016 issue, while not rare, is often sought after as part of full-day collections or as an example of contemporary Australian currency. Many collectors around the world appreciate the balance of modern design and traditional heraldry, making it a fine representation of Australia's coinage artistry. Overall, the 2016 Australian 50-cent coin is a perfect blend of form, function, and meaning. It connects Australians to their shared heritage, symbolizes their forward-looking spirit, and stands as a daily reminder of national unity. Though it may seem ordinary to those who handle it every day, to a numismatist, it is an elegant continuation of a proud tradition in Australian coin design. Every detail, from the sharp edges of its 12 sides to the subtle shine of its copper-nickel alloy, tells the ongoing story of a nation reflected through its currency, making the 2016 Australian 50-cent coin not just a piece of change, but a small yet enduring piece of Australia's history. The 2018 Australian 50-cent coin is one of the most fascinating modern issues in the nation's decimal coinage series, rich in design heritage, national symbolism, and collectible appeal. To truly understand its significance, we have to look at its history, composition, minting details, varieties, mintage numbers, design elements, and the deeper stories that make an iconic piece of Australian currency. The 50-cent coin, first introduced in 1966, has long stood as a symbol of Australian pride, featuring a famous coat of arms that represents the unity and diversity of the nation. The 2018 version continues this proud tradition while also carrying modern refinements in quality, design, and striking standards from the Royal Australian Mint. The obverse of a 2018 Australian 50-cent coin bears the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait was first introduced on Australian coins in 1999 and remained in use until 2019. The Queen is depicted facing right, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her most recognized and elegant crowns. Around her image appears the inscription, Elizabeth II Australia 2018, This side of the coin symbolizes Australia's connection to the British Commonwealth and acknowledges a constitutional monarchy that still forms part of the nation's identity. The reverse of the coin features the Australian coat of arms, which has been a standard design since 1969, created by Stuart Devlin, the renowned goldsmith and artist known as the designer of many Australian coins. The coat of arms consists of a shield containing the badges of the 6 Australian states: New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, and Tasmania. Each state's badge appears in its own section of the shield, representing the unity of the Commonwealth of Australia. Supporting the shield are 2 of the nation's most iconic animals, the kangaroo and the emu. These creatures were deliberately chosen because neither can easily move backward, symbolizing progress and forward movement, reflecting Australia's spirit and national ethos. Above the shield is the 7-pointed Commonwealth star, representing the 6 states and the territories combined into one nation. Surrounding the design is the denomination 50, indicating the coin's value in cents. The coin's shape itself is instantly recognizable, a 12-sided dodecagon. This unique design was adopted in 1969 to distinguish the 50-cent piece from the smaller 20-cent coin after the original 1966 round silver version was withdrawn due to its high silver content, which made it more valuable than its face value. The 2018 coin continues this dodecagonal design, making it both visually distinctive and tactily recognizable, especially for those who are visually impaired. In terms of composition, the 2018 50-cent coin is made from copper nickel, an alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This gives the coin its characteristic silvery appearance while providing durability and resistance to corrosion. It weighs 15.55 grams, measures 31.51 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness of 2.80 millimeters, making it one of the largest and heaviest circulating coins in Australia. The 2018 50-cent coin was struck at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, the nation's official mint responsible for producing Australia's circulating coinage and a range of collectible and commemorative coins. The standard 2018 issue was minted for general circulation, but there were also several special and commemorative issues released in 2018 that used the 50-cent denomination, making this year particularly notable for collectors. One of the most famous special issues from 2018 is the Commonwealth Games 50-cent coin released to celebrate the Gold Coast 2018 Commonwealth Games. These commemorative coins feature unique designs representing the game's energy, diversity, and sporting spirit, and were available in both colored and uncolored versions. Although these coins are different from the regular coat of arms design, they share the same denomination and shape, making 2018 a memorable year in the 50-cent series. The mintage of the standard 2018 coat of arms 50-cent coin was relatively moderate compared to some earlier years. While not extremely rare in circulation, these coins are still sought after in high-grade uncirculated condition by collectors. Coins that were not released into general circulation but sold in mint sets or proof sets are particularly valued, as they are struck with greater care, exhibiting sharp details, mirror-like fields, and frosted designs. Proof versions of the 2018 50-cent coin were included in the annual proof set produced by the Royal Australian Mint. These proof coins are made using polished dies and specially prepared planchets, resulting in an exceptional finish that appeals to numismatists worldwide. They are housed in elegant packaging, often accompanied by certificates of authenticity, ensuring their long-term collectible value. The coin's edge is plain, unlike some other denominations that feature reading. This plain edge is part of the traditional design and helps differentiate it by touch. The 2018 50-cent coin's continued use of the coat of arms design reflects a sense of national continuity, linking the modern Australian identity to its historic roots. For collectors, the 2018 issue offers a snapshot of Australia in a year of major events, such as the Commonwealth Games and the continued evolution of the monarchy's representation on coinage. It also represents one of the final years before Australia transitioned to a new circulating coins. The 2018 50-cent coin serves as both a medium of exchange and a miniature work of art that captures the essence of a nation's values and history. The attention to detail in its production, from the precise strike to the symbolic artwork, demonstrates the craftsmanship of the Royal Australian Mint and its commitment to producing coins that stand the test of time. Collectors often seek out examples with minimal wear, strong luster, and no visible scratches or marks, as these features significantly enhance a coin's appeal and value. In circulation, the 2018 50-cent coin remains a common sight in pockets, cash registers, and coin collections across Australia. Yet, to the keen observer, it is far more than just 50 cents. It's a reflection of Australia's journey as a modern nation, its connection to its Commonwealth roots, and its enduring pride in national symbols. Whether viewed as a piece of monetary history or as an entry in a collector's album, the 2018 Australian 50-cent coin stands as a proud continuation of the legacy that began over half a century ago when decimal currency replaced the old pounds, shillings, and pence. Each time one of these coins changes hands, it silently tells a story of heritage, progress, and identity, a story minted in metal and carried forward through generations of Australians. Each of these Australian 50-cent coins from 2006 to 2018 tells a story of history, culture, and national pride. Whether you're a casual collector or a serious numismatist, keeping an eye on these coins can be both fun and rewarding. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell icon so you never miss a new upload about rare and valuable coins from around the world. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, where we uncover more hidden treasures from the world of coins.